The agreement between Azerbaijan and Armenia on April 19, 2024, initially promised progress in settling border disputes and promoting peace in the region. However, recent events have shown a concerning resistance within Armenia, including from influential groups like the Armenian Gregorian Church, against implementing this important accord. This opposition underscores the intricate dynamics of religion, politics, and nationalism within Armenia, complicating efforts to achieve lasting peace in the South Caucasus, which has long been shaped by the conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia, particularly over Azerbaijan's Karabakh region. The Armenian Gregorian Church's increasingly aggressive opposition to border delimitation efforts poses a significant challenge to regional peace and stability. Not only have clergy members of the Armenian Gregorian Church voiced political demands, but they have also openly rejected peace with Azerbaijan, advocating for sentiments of revenge and conflict instead. This obstructionist stance raises serious concerns about the future of peace in the region, as the Church pursues a complex agenda that undermines efforts to build lasting peace. The Armenian Gregorian Church, also known as the Armenian Apostolic Church, holds a central role in Armenian society, culture, and identity. Throughout history, it has been closely associated with Armenian ultranationalism, playing a key role in preserving ethnic consciousness and promoting nationalistic ideals. Following Armenia's independence, the Church maintained a relatively neutral stance towards political affairs, drawing criticism for perceived detachment during administrations led by Robert Kocharian and Serge Sargsyan. However, recent geopolitical shifts, particularly the Second Karabakh War and its aftermath, have significantly altered the Church's involvement in temporal issues. The Church's involvement in Armenian-Azerbaijani conflicts, notably the Karabakh Wars and subsequent military escalations, has been notable. The Church's provision of clergy to the military and its vocal support for nationalist sentiments have contributed to a perception of the Church as a driving force behind revanchism and a resurgence of conflict. Armenia's strong religious identity, with over 90% of the population affiliating with the Armenian Church, underscores its influence on societal and political dynamics. Despite a decline in church attendance among younger generations, the Church remains deeply ingrained in Armenian identity and societal structures. Armenia's constitution recognizes the Armenian Gregorian Church's historical mission as a national church, granting it a unique and privileged status. This special status includes state support for educational institutions, public broadcasting, and financial autonomy, raising questions about the separation of church and state in Armenia. The Church faces internal challenges, including a perceived disconnect with societal needs and demands for reform. Recent protests targeting the Church's leadership, including calls for the resignation of Catholicos Garagan II, highlight growing discontent and efforts to redefine the Church's role in modern Armenia. Following Armenia's defeat in the Second Karabakh War, the Armenian Gregorian Church's stance on political leadership has shifted, with prominent clergy calling for the resignation of Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan. This reflects broader public sentiments of discontent and loss of national pride. Recent verbal clashes between the Armenian government and the Church, particularly over educational curriculum and property rights, illustrate growing tensions between secular governance and the Church's institutional authority. Over the years, the Armenian Church has wielded significant influence in the expulsion of Azerbaijanis from Armenia and has supported Armenia's military aggressions against Azerbaijan, perpetuating tensions and exacerbating the conflict. Amid troubling developments in Armenia and the region, it is imperative for the international community and global religious leaders to decisively condemn the actions of the Armenian Church and call for a peaceful agenda. During the occupation of Azerbaijani lands in and around Karabakh, appeals from Azerbaijani religious bodies to world leaders often went unanswered or received inadequate responses. Therefore, there is an urgent need for robust support for lasting peace between Azerbaijan and Armenia. The resurgence of revanchist rhetoric within the Armenian Gregorian Church represents a pivotal challenge to peace-building efforts in the Azerbaijan-Armenia conflict. The Church's active involvement in promoting nationalist agendas underscores the complex interplay between religion, politics, and historical narratives. Addressing these challenges requires a concerted effort to promote dialogue, historical accuracy, and the depoliticization of religious institutions in pursuit of lasting reconciliation and regional stability.